Welcome back everyone to Welstopia, and we are back here at the Nether Tunnel, and I've made some progress in getting further down the line. As you can see, we're making some significant distance now, and I've also come to some of the open areas before. The tunnels at this point are the responsibility of the people who are branching off. Hopefully they know that and do something decent with it. And after we go down and do this and continue along further along, and here's a good place for me to put the extra netherrack I have, because well, right now that's where I should be putting the granite, but figure I'll leave this chest there for now as a place for them. And he's been asking for donations of netherrack, so that's where I've been placing the netherrack I've been digging up in the process of doing it. And now I've finally figured out what to do with the ice, and that was a suggestion by a wandering nerd. Now I will be taking it out like this, but before I was putting it into a chest and just getting rid of it. But instead, what I'll be doing is, oops, well, I'll have to take care of that. Well, the plan here then is to put ice underneath the slabs, and he says then the slab will then act like ice, and that does seem to be the case. So thank you, nerd, for informing me of that little characteristic of ice and slabs. Now this could be the first tricky base, because this is the first interface that is already built. Before, all the interfaces I had were just simply cut into the netherrack, so I didn't feel any problems in moving the tunnel a little bit if I had to. But this one, that is not going to be an option, so I am going to have to actually modify my design in order to keep from interfering with that. So this is going to be the first tricky one I've really had to deal with. Okay, there we go. On either side. But that's right, I wanted to first off get my stone slabs. Put these up like this and put these down. So now I've got the aesthetics of stone slabs, but the characteristics of ice. A bit slippery. I'm not exactly the greatest fan of that, but I figure if it's not going to foul up the looks I want, then I will let that stay. Now let me get my stairs and then get along to what I need to do up there. That looks a bit like a check mark over there. Not quite what I expected, but actually I think what might be better is if I change that to stone brick, just have the slash there, and that way, let's fill that in. Or does this not work at all either? Maybe I'll just leave out that pattern for this particular round and leave this out, because what I want to do is to have this drop in one, so I can have an interface like this. Well, no, not an upside down stair. how about that? Yeah, like that. That's what I want to do. Good. And maybe get some sandstone. Let's see. Ooh. Actually, what about... see, so take that and... I don't have any stone bricks. Ugh, I used to have those coming out of my ears. Okay. Well then. Wait, I've got to have stone brick slabs then. Where they all went. Okay, so what I want to do now is to put these thinking maybe up like that. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, because I think that's probably the best I'm going to get out of that. Which means repeating the pattern on this side. So I think that's going to be the main challenge of this. Once I have the main pattern down, the main challenge is working with the patterns of the other builds in the area. Okay. No, not that way. Actually, I think I have to do it this way. Yeah, like that. Good, and then I can go back to my normal pattern over here. Now, what I did here is I ran the usual pattern on this side. So therefore, I do have the other side at the moment to maintain the pattern. So then this then just replaces the usual W and goes in there like that. Well, actually, I have an idea. Because I'll be... Right, that means me... Just wonder what happened to all my stone brick slabs. Okay, so... see, 6, 12, 15... okay, I'll need 3 sets. And... yeah. Alright, now get that. I only want 8 of them. Good. So what I'll do is I'll put one of these here. Put that there. And I think that will do. I guess that's donut space. Then having a circle like this then would be perfect. Unless that was the thing about... Right. Oh, okay, actually... Oh, no. Donut was looking for a book from one of the other members. I thought Donut lived further out. Yeah, Donut, I think, was looking for a book from someone else, and the person told him to go to his base to grab it. So that's what he's doing there. Okay, and... good. And now I can continue that with that pattern there. That's all good. That's all good. And... oh, just... yeah, we have a pre-existing pattern here too. Oh, this one's really going to be fun. On second thought, I should really have done it one over to that side. Yeah, I think this will actually work out much better. What I want to do is I want to put this here, put granite over here, and therefore we followed our inverted pattern. This is where we have this funny thing here. Ah, so we're going to have two of those funny circle things here. Okay, I think it'll work. It's not symmetrical because I've got this here, but it's actually easily fixed. And that will be to place some stone brick over here. There you go. And I want, yeah, that over there, there. Good. Dab this there. Oh, actually, no. I want stone brick there. Two. All right, good. Oh. Huh. Okay, put the right material inside, and all will be fine. All right, good. And now just move this down. Good, good. Up there. Fill that in. Now I think we've got it. Good. Done, done, done. And that is symmetrical. That works! What I'm going to do is start by framing this. So that we have something. I'll have to replace. Alright, make sure. I want to frame this so that it will interface reasonably well. So thinking this, I'll follow suit with what he did there. And place this over here. And how about that? That. And well, actually, maybe that will work better. All right, to have this going into there, along with his own natural. There you go. That way. Ah, okay, I see. That was done that way because that's where... Okay, it has to do with that pattern there. Okay, and there. In that case... Okay, I won't be interfering with the pattern here any. Alright, that's good. So once that's done, I can now get all of this in. And the question is where, because normally this is where I'm going to have my section. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. I have to figure out what to do about that. Now for this one, I could probably do something similar to what I did down there. In other words, have another one of these things. And what do I have here? Right. Have another one of these things. Now, it so happens that this corridor is 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. And so I could still maintain a 3 wide corridor by doing that. I think that will be reasonable. There you go. And then, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then the granite there. And I think that will work. Okay, sometimes things don't work out quite the way you wanted them to. And so I have to somehow, yeah, well, hopefully I didn't ruin anything. Oh, good grief. Well, that's the danger of being in the nether. Yeah. So, lava zone! This is what I have for this section. This is then the section going to here. I decided that there won't be any W's for this particular group of 16. So I just have for the circular shapes on each side, with one of these interrupting perhaps. This particular one I had to take up the space of 2 of them in here, and that's why I wound up with. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but it's what I had to work with. And I think at least it's symmetrical by when it goes out into there. I had considered just using stone brick here for 3 on there, but I just didn't feel it worked out all that well. It just seemed too uninteresting, so I decided to go with this. And then these last 2 then would just be normal in there, and that takes care of the first section where I had 3 that just did not fit in, and I think I handled it reasonably well. But of course, that's not going to be the end of this, because we're going to have much more to build. And the next one is the one that, is that the one that goes to the community? No, it's not the, is this the community desert? Let me check. Yep, that looks like a community desert to me. One that has been thoroughly rampaged by the local community too. Well, I don't have much space, but I might as well gather a little bit of sand while I'm here. Of course, my shovel's in my ender chest. Maybe not. I won't be able to get any sand. Well, I know I could make a new shovel if I wanted to, but I just don't want all those extra tools lying all around, so I'll just grab some. Danger. Below the sandstone is a huge hole. A hole what? Dig at your own risk. Okay, well, I'll just have to be careful then. I'm going to assume that is a misspelling. And not that they were saying that there was something really complete down there. In fact, a hole, H-O-L-E, is a great deal of not complete. Or a whole lot of not... Never mind. Okay, so... well, I guess I'll just grab a little bit more and then... oh, actually, it is getting late. So instead, I'll go back to the nether! Before I get caught out by a bunch of husks and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Between that last place in the desert, we have an entire section back to the normal pattern. But that's certainly not going to last long with these 2 sections coming up. But we're not going to do that in the next episode. I'll probably do that off camera because in the next episode I want to actually get to my base and I want to get some stuff done over there so that we could start the stuff. Especially I want to work on a zombie spawner because I found a spawner there and now I need to make a zombie farm out of it. And that's what we'll do in our next episode of Finally Plays Minecraft Welstopia.